It was a good night for us. The basketball bounced our way. We made a lot of shots. We got a lot of loose balls. Tough night for Chicago. They had one of those nights, and so those two things kind of came together. But for us, it doesn't happen by accident. I thought our guys were dialed in. Had a good road trip. Played pretty hard. Didn't get a lot of the results that we were looking for. 3:00 game, traveling, and all that stuff. I thought we were pretty focused. I thought De'Aaron Fox led the charge and set the tone early. I thought Buddy Hield probably had his best defensive night of the season. Zach LaVine's a tough cover, and he did a terrific job on him, I thought. And the group that came off the bench, Bogdanovich, Corey Brewer, super, our young bigs, did a super job being real active. And the ball went in. But at the same time, I'm just really happy for our guys to get one of those kinds of wins. We haven't seen that for a while, and real proud of our guys.
Given the stretch you guys have had, really since the All-Star break, to have a game like this, where everyone looks like they're having fun again and you can go deep in the bench and have a victory in hand, how crucial was that to kind of restoring some joy for this team?
We always have a good time anyways. We had a good bunch of guys, and they work so hard, and since they are good dudes and they do work so hard, it's fun to see them get the result that does make them feel good, and it's a little bit relieving, and it's been whether we talk about it or not, it feels like every game is a must-win, coming out of the break, and just to have a little bit of mental relief, I think, is good for us at this point in the season.
Coach, you said before the game that games like this where you got back at 3 a.m., really 6 a.m. your guys' time on the East Coast, and then the quick turnaround for this early game, that it kind of concerned you. You were worried about the start of it. How do you feel that your guys responded to it? I'm sure you talked to them before the game about it.
Yeah, we did. And I thought De'Aaron did a good job setting the tone. I thought we got the ball up and down the floor and kind of set the tone for the pace to play fast. And there was a time where I think Zach got a layup, and we took the ball out fast, and boom, I don't know if that was Willie getting one over the top or Buddy Hield getting one over the top or De'Aaron getting fouled because they couldn't get back fast enough. But that stuff is very positive and helpful, certainly.
Defensively, it felt like there was a lot more activity today, especially in and around the rim and in the paint. What was it about your guys' defense that it kind of seemed like everyone was just in sync regardless of what lineup you had on the floor?
We did a nice job. We're very concerned with keeping the basketball in front of us as much as possible and trying to really help the guy to your right, the guy to your left, give some support to the basketball because they're good when they get in the paint. They play out of randoms, can break you down off the dribble and then start spraying it around. And they missed some open shots, but I thought we had, I think, the highest number of deflections we've had this season. So we get our hands on basketballs that are being driven or give support, and then next time, you can flinch a little bit and stay out. Maybe you get a deflection on the kick out. And I thought our activity was terrific tonight.
I know you guys had bigger goals this season, but 34 wins, most for this franchise since the 07-08 season. How good does it feel to have this franchise on the right path and heading the right direction?
I didn't know that. So now I know, but that's a good feeling. That's like you said, we're so locked in on what we're trying to been doing and grinding it out. And every once in a while, you got to step back and take a breath and enjoy the group and the success and how far they've come. And that's really cool. I didn't know that.
And you're watching Harry Giles earn more minutes almost every time he steps on the floor. What are you seeing from the development there with both him and Bagley?
I think both of them are. They're accentuating the positives and reducing the mistakes or the not as strong stuff. So I think they've been a little bit more aggressive. I think they've been a little bit less aggressive to thread the needle on passes. So there's less turnovers, and maybe they have a shot. Maybe they're playing to the second side and just growing up into pro basketball players and taking what the defense gives them. And so they're taking away some of the mistakes. And it certainly feels good to have that happen, especially at home and on a Sunday afternoon.
80 points in the paint tonight. Was the plan to attack the basket?
Yeah, if we can hit it in the first 5-6 seconds of the clock, that's really good for us. And then a lot of times I think after that, because we want to play at a high rate, we'll shoot the first good one we can get after that. But the emphasis tonight was, if we don't have it in the first 5 or 6 seconds, let's see if we can get a layup. And if not, that means we got in there and somebody else is open. And we saw some extra passes tonight that were terrific. Again, we made a lot of shots, but it felt real good.